Yes, my gorgeous Sagittarius, indeed. The 4th, 5th, and the actual 6th of May, it's going to be an important stage that you will go through in order to get this absolutely wonderful and sacred understanding of the situation that you are in. This will not happen just by itself, but it's going to happen through some kind of authority. An authoritative figure, it's going to play an important role, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to the actual 4th, 5th, and 6th of May 2020, because that is going to create an important way out of the situation that you found yourself in. But it's also connected to an unfinished business, and it's also connected to the certain change that started, that created some kind of point that changed things slightly for you. It's important to say that these 3 days are going to be crucial when it comes to your own personal development, and beautiful moment also when it comes to you reaching a quite high peak of your own radiance, where you are going to realize the actual light at the end of the long tunnel, which is most certainly going to come through in a form of the actual determination and initiative, which is also on another hand going to bring you an enlightening moment. You are going to have a rather enlightening moment with yourself. It's a very important time when it comes to your own self-illumination, but it's also a very important time for me to take an oracle card out right now at this moment in time, because I know that this is going to be something that is going to start a significant process. Look at this, my babies. It is the truth. It's about the truth and nothing but the truth. 4th, 5th, and 6th of May will be very significant when it comes to the actual truth, which is going to also mark an important beginning, an important start in your life, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. And this is going to be something that is going to help you to reflect on things you couldn't understand, but most certainly it will be an important starting point, starting moment of where the negative energy is slowly going to start shifting, and it's going to start happiness. Something is going to happen, something is going to take place, and it's going to really have such an important impact on your own vibration, and it's going to make you feel really happy. At the same time, you need to understand that you will know that this is going to be connected to the point where you're going to reach a personal issue, is going to reach a very, very important resolution, and you will know at this moment in time that you can start expecting a rather powerful change. Okay, you will also know at the same time that the luck is on your side, and most certainly basically it is going to make you feel more optimistic, and it's also going to brush up on your initiative, and it's going to help you to brush up on your own initiative, because other things are going to start becoming very relevant when it comes to you and when it comes to the actual future planning. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, Sagittarius, and it's for May 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for May 2020. And I want to say that your number, when it comes to the actual numerology, it's number 26. Okay, number 26 is your number, which also means that there is going to be an important knowledge that you're going to have through your own self-illumination. Okay, and also on another hand, it's going to make you realize what to be cautious about, but on another hand, it's all about the actual self-denial, something that you're going to have an important moment of your own personal self-denial. But this is going to be so significant because it's on another hand going to be connected to your own success. This month it's also going to be connected to the materialistic attainment, but in particular when it comes to your security and your power and feeling the ground, that you're actually standing on. Something very important is going to happen that is going to make you feel really solid, and it's also going to make you to pay attention to the second stage of some kind of process that you already started, but this is very personal to you, and it's most certainly to do with an advantage. It's most certainly going to do with an important moment of your own well-being, but also when it comes to the victory. It boils down to one particular thing. One, you're going to learn something quite absolutely super significant about yourself, about your life, about the next stage that is just going to become very vibrant. But on another hand, this is all about the actual difficulty, that was affecting you and that was affecting your stability as well. This is slowly going to start coming to an end. So this is just so important, because on another hand, number 26 means in numerology, this is super important time for your own reflection, which means that subconsciously you will be able to kind of spread your mind so deeply. You will be able to reflect on your life in a completely different way, and that in itself, it's also going to it's an important sign that you need to kind of try to ground yourself as much as you can throughout this month. If you can go outside, if you can touch the ground with your hands, and this is going to create an important moment when it comes to your own rejuvenation and when it comes to your own grounding. At the same time, there is so much that you're going to be able to connect yourself to without even realizing. That later on, even a few days later, it's going to be followed by all sorts of messages that you're going to be provided through your dreams, through your relaxation, and things like that. And also meditation will be quite absolutely super important, because you will realize that through meditation you will be able to kind of get yourself in all sorts of rejuvenating situations that you wouldn't find yourself normally. Also, number 26 means an important stage. It's coming up very soon through your own learning, through your own karma, through your own spirituality. By the time we get to the last part of May 2020, it's almost like there is going to be so much to kind of look forward to, and so much to kind of really focus towards, so much to pay attention towards, that is actually making you feel really excited, that is actually making you feel really vibrant. It's just a return of this wonderful energy. It's just going to reflect on you so beautiful, my gorgeous Sagittarini, like there is no tomorrow. It is all about you, and it is all about you reaching a very important stage of your own journey. So also the last part of May shall, oh my Lord, look at this, it just jumped out, my Lord, look at this. Absolutely important. Transformation. Believe me or not, these are very strange times that we are going through. These are very strange times that we are all in. But also, on another hand, it's something is going to take place, and it's going to start changing things slowly. But when it comes to you and your own personal progress, this is the time of transformation. The more weird, things seem in May, the more powerful you're going to come out of it. The more bizarre things seems in May, the more powerful things are going to be later on. It is through your own transformation that you are going to reach the highest levels of your own enlightenment. By the end of May, there is a really important opportunity that is going to shine through, that is going to come through. And one side of that opportunity is what you're going to do. But on another hand, it's just this deep, important realization, an important emotional realization. It's so significant that what you're going to go through, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this May, it's unbelievable. It's going to help you so much to make sense out of the situation that maybe you couldn't understand, but also the time when you felt like a little bit slowed down. It is just, you're almost like you're going to feel grateful, because if that didn't happen, the situation in your life wouldn't turn out to be in this particular way. When it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's so important to say, when it comes to your health, it's just basically make sure that you're taking something to boost your immune system, like a vitamin C. It's ever so important, but to take it in the form of organic acerola cherry powder. You know, I've been recommending this for such a long time, but it's just so important to do this. Okay, so organic acerola cherry powder, if you can take 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon, mix it, drink it in the morning and in the evening throughout the actual May. This is going to restore vitamin C level, which is ever so important for cold and flu and things like that, which you're going to be sensitive to. On another hand, vitamin D, natural vitamin D with natural zinc. Natural vitamin D and natural zinc are both going to be very beneficial, and at the same time try to understand that your bones are going to be a little bit sensitive, so vitamin D will help you with this. Your bones and your joints are going to be sensitive, like hips maybe a little bit, and the lower back and the higher back as well, like your shoulders are going to be sensitive. So if you can maybe just do the certain exercises, you know, to help yourself, like if you possibly can, and also make sure that you're sleeping on your side throughout the actual May with a good quality pillow, and the pillow in between your legs, which is going to help you to relax your lower back at the same time. It's very, very important to say this indeed. And also inside your mouth, it's going to be quite sensitive. On another hand, I said this before, I know, but it's just something that keeps going. So keep on taking organic acerola cherry powder, which is going to help you with the gum healing alongside with zinc as well. But also on another hand, it's just basically try to avoid fluoride toothpaste and the fluoride mouthwash. Try to get a mouthwash without fluoride and a toothpaste without fluoride. I would highly suggest you to get something like a toothpaste and mouthwash, both with the actual aloe vera and tea tree. Very important and very healing at the same time. And also just one more thing, I know, my God, sorry. If you have the actual problems with the joints and joint pain, you see, people normally use like a cod liver oil or like a fish oil because it helps you to boost your immune system, but it also helps you to keep your joints moist. But what I recommend instead, because I prefer the plant version of a cod liver oil or a fish oil, which is going to do the similar thing, it's a flaxseed oil. It's also an important source of omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is going to help you with the concentration levels, but also to keep your joints moist, and it's also going to boost your immune system. So it's organic flaxseed oil, which I would probably suggest to get in a capsule form, but oil is a little bit strong, but then you can mix it up with other things. It's entirely up to you. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, then you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP on your doctor, or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so the very first date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's actually going to be the 1st of May. Why is the 1st of May going to be so important? Because you're going to feel like a little bit strange. You're going to feel maybe like a little bit low on this particular day, and it's just to do with like some kind of concern, you know, some kind of maybe a little bit of unhappiness, you know, and maybe a little bit of like a desolation. We're all playing like a new feeling like this, which is nothing unusual, but at least it's happening at the beginning of May. I will tell you why this is important, because it's going to get your mind going, it's going to get your mind thinking, and this particular way of thinking, it's also going to help you to pay attention towards why do you feel like this, why were you feeling like this, and that in itself is going to help you realize something very important. At the same time, you will have a control over a situation, you will get the strength and courage, and I will tell you why. I have a very strong feeling to actually take the card out. The oracle card needs to be taken out right now. Bum 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 dum dum. Rolling on the river. Left a good job in the city. Working for the man every night and sorry. Okay, solitude. You see, solitude is also like basically an important moment. It's going to come out of you maybe feeling a little bit alone, maybe you're feeling a little bit negative. You will know that this is also at the same time going to be connected to a rather golden moment, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because this is going to mark and it's going to create at the same time an important stage and the way out and the beautiful door which are about to open towards the whole new direction, the whole new dimension. This is why this is going to be so important, because it's rolling on the river, rolling on the river. Sorry, control over a situation, strength, courage. You know, this is important because it's going to really brush up on your energy and determination. This is going to make you very strong, because it's going to mark an important stage here when it comes to the return of determination at the same time. It's so good because it's going to bring you confidence, and then you are going to hear about a certain accomplishment, and that is just going to take over everything, because it's going to help you, you know, to be very optimistic and to stay positive, because most certainly this is connected to the certain departure, the beginning of a certain journey. It's actually going to start here when it comes to your own advancement, but it's going to surprise you, because there are a couple of things going to happen that you're going to feel attracted to, that you will want to do that you didn't want to do before. And this is all part of this, which is on another hand going to make you realize that, you know, you need to start the process you need to start a certain process of your own reorganization. It's important because it's all about the results of efforts are nearly due, and this is going to mean to you so much. Is the news realization that you're going to hear by the end of the day on the 1st of May that the results of your efforts are nearly due, and this is going to absolutely be important because it's also going to mark the return of the energy. You know, it's going to re-energize you immediately by making you feel optimistic, by doing things that you want to do in this life that makes you feel good, that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel free. It's an important moment in time indeed. I highly suggest you to get like a Moldavite, my gorgeous Sagittarini, a Moldavite. You see here Moldavite. This is an absolutely a must-have crystal for you as well throughout May and June. These are very difficult to get hold of sometimes. They're very special, they're very powerful, and they have a very strong power when it comes to protecting us against all sorts of nonsense, all sorts of negativity and negative and bad energy. But at the same time, they're also very important when it comes to the spiritual protection and the spiritual advancement through your own realization, when it comes to your own spiritual growth. I highly suggest you to get this and to wear it throughout May and June. If you would like to buy this Moldavite, then the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. This comes wrapped in like a sterling silver wire and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Okay, very important indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Sagittarian, is going to be on the 19th of May. The 19th of May, oh God, there is a little bastard here, like a little snake in the grass, you know, a little bastard here, like some kind of user, some kind of holder, I don't know, some not really nice person, and that person is just also come across your life, you know, on the 19th of May. It's going to have a special message for you, and the special message for you, it's going to be like how powerful you actually are. Believe me or not, it sounds weird, but through this person who's like a really little bit of a bastard, that you're going to realize this, you know, on time. Or the same time, you will protect yourself, but it's more about the realization that you're going to have, which is going to be really big, you know. And this is all about you realizing how powerful you are through somebody who's like a very low energy, very bad, and very like a snakish a bit. So this is going to be good because it's going to help you to move on from the certain situation, and it's also going to help you to realize how powerful you are, and it's going to bring you the new goal, and that goal is also going to be connected to some kind of idea. I really like it because it's also going to become an important time of an unfoldment that otherwise you wouldn't have. Rolling in the river, I said rolling. You see, and that is going to be leading towards your own satisfaction, accomplishment. You know, it's important because it's going to connect you to someone very special, you know, when it comes to some kind of relationship. But this is so important because it's all about the actual sincerity and the pleasure in the actual daily existence. I like it because you see the way the 19th of May started, and we are leading towards the hope, faith and inspiration that you're going to have through that before the end of the day. It's about a bright prospect, and it's so much so to do something in the past, something you left a part of you in the past that you are gonna also connect to in your mind, to your childhood, you know, to the things that you used to do that you're not doing no longer. And this is all going to create this wonderful mixture, wonderful bubble, which is on another hand going to enhance your psychic abilities, and also on another hand going to make you realize, you know, what you need to do. And you will know, you will feel this through your own optimism. Indeed, it's so important because it is about the satisfaction and the combination of material and spiritual prosperity. Indeed, the 19th and the 20th of May are both going to be connected to the actual omen that you are going to have. And the omen that you are going to have, it's going to be connected to also somebody from another world, somebody from the spirit world is going to try to make a connection with you. It's going to try to get in touch with you, and it's also going to have a very special moment for you, because now you will know, look at this oracle card, you will know that you are reaching an important stage of your own illumination, power, significance, strength, which means that you see an omen. It could be in a form of an animal, cat, maybe cat will come through like somewhere and look at you in a weird way. Maybe the dog is going to like kind of appear and completely disappear. Maybe you will just see the feather. Maybe something will fall down. Maybe someone is going to come through and just literally disappear. Something very strange is going to happen, you know, and unusual. But this is really good. This is your own connection with the spirit world, indeed. But this is showing you your strong part of your own illumination is coming through. This is the time when you're spiritually going to grow, but at the same time you will know that you're having an absolutely perfect combination of material and spiritual prosperity, because something very important is going to take place. Something very important is going to happen, and this is what this omen is actually going to reveal. That something very important is going to happen when it comes to the actual change, when it comes to you, and when it comes to like a pleasure. You see this? Something really beautiful is going to happen, which means that like slowly the negative things in your life, I'm not saying you had a lot of negative things, but something really bad is slowly coming to an end, and the whole new world is coming, you know, forward for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And this is very, very important, you see, because it's going to help you to do what you wanted to do. It's going to help you to go on the direction you wanted to go, but it's also most certainly it's you being you expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself, you living your life the way you want to live your life. You see, it's important moment you're actually going to have, because this is going to be connected to the actual decision that you are going to make. But the illumination is going to start that process. You will know exactly, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. The third important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 28th of May. The 28th of May, it's going to bring you an absolutely a significant reconnection with someone. But that significant reconnection with someone at the same time, it's going to kind of be connected to some kind of negotiation. Just remember, any negotiation that might go through, any negotiation that may happen on the 28th of May or at around these days, just go for it, because something is going to come out which is going to surprise you, and it's part of your own enlightenment. And also at the same time, the 28th of May is going to bring you a very good news, you know, and this is going to be so important when it comes to your security, power, advancement, something that you expected, you know. It's to do with the desire, but also it's in an important recognition of the abilities that you will have here, an important important, which is immediately going to like start you off so beautifully, so nicely, and this is going to reflect on your own well-being. Believe me or not, it's all going to be connected, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed, and it's to do with the new plans, it's to do with a wish, and it's also to do with something that you attempted in the past, maybe didn't work out, but most certainly now it will work out. It's going to take an additional 7 months, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course that it's going to be in December. Remember the 5th of December. Yeah, of course it's going to be in December when this is going to take place. So the little seed you're going to plant when it comes to this new plan, new wish, and this is going to take off in December 2020. So this is all connected. It's connected to the uncertain efforts, but you will know that this is the time to go through, because at the same time, this 28th of May, it's going to be good day when it comes to the recognition from some kind of person. Someone is going to recognize you, and this is so important. Somebody who's like a person of an authority and things like that, and that is going to be so good for you, because you will know the 28th of May, it will be a significant date when it comes to your own personal change, when it comes to your ultimate change, when it comes to your own capability, when it comes to a big reward after hard work, and also that is going to be connected to the admiration from others, which is going to mean to you so much, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. I know how vibrant this is going to be, and I know how this is going to make you feel, okay? On another hand, what else I was going to say, the first part of May, I highly suggest you to get like the actual dry sage. Make sure that you do this at the first part of May, or maybe within the first week of May, or at any time in May. Really would be I highly suggest you to use a dry sage. Go into every single room in the house, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and also close the windows first. Make sure you smoke every single room with a sauce underneath. You light this with a sauce that's quite messy, and then at the end you open all the windows, and when the smoke goes away, the negative energy goes away that have been accumulated over the period of time, but at the same time you will cleanse this energy within you. So if you feel like a little bit sad, or a little bit like a negative or tired, 2 days later, that means it's actually quite a good thing. It's going to change. It's going to change 2 or 3 days later. It just means that you have a negative energy within you. So this is going to come out, and in the process of cleansing makes you feel like a little bit drained. But then after that, you're fine. So it doesn't matter. If you would like to buy this dry sage, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. The first part of May, it's actually going to make you realize, oh God, wishful thinking, yeah, whatever. But you just need to remember to stay strong, my gorgeous Sagittarini, stay strong, because now that wishful thinking, as maybe more negative you feel, the more powerful this is going to make you and create you, because at the same time you're going through this important spiritual building process. This is going to bring you strength that you wouldn't normally have, and also it's going to help you realize the certain chaotic and confusing situation that was going over in your life, that was like kind of like being very significant in the last maybe couple of months. Now you're going to have a victory and mental clarity, because it created the confusion and you didn't know what to do. So now it's going to provide you with an important path that is going to help you realize on one side, oh my God, this is what I want to do. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to do it. Yeah, baby, do it. But on another hand, there is the certain illusion that is going to become also quite significant here, and that illusion is going to help you to move on even further from the situation. You see, this release is going to be very important, because you're going to release yourself here. This is going to be connected to a significant stage in your life where you're going to realize that you want to release yourself, where you are being keep on restrained, energetically, and it's very important to do this. On another hand, your spiritual teacher is somehow between the first part of May and the second part of May. Your spiritual teacher, your spiritual leader, your guru is going to travel towards you somehow, whether this is going to be through the medium of TV, of the computer, in some kind of message, whether this is going to be like in a completely different dimension while you're sleeping, some kind of news, realization, sign, guidance from your teacher. Spiritual teacher is going to become so important important here, and it's going to guide you towards the path where you need to have a little bit of a competition. And that competition is going to be so good, because on one hand it's going to help you with an indecisive situation. You will know what to do, and you're going to surprise yourself in the best possible way. But on another hand, it's going to help you to make an important judgment when it comes to the certain frustration that you've been going through, in particular when what was connected to the some kind of swift change, or like a process being kind of slowed down. That in itself is going to be connected to a contemplation, but that contemplation will be absolutely everything, because it's going to help you to pay attention to the certain part of your life that you wouldn't normally. It's so good because it's going to help you to be more assertive, but also the certain scrutinizing person. Someone is going to be quite low in an energy, very dark, not in an appearance, but in an energy, dark energy person here is just going to be a little bit scrutinized. Ew! But then again, you know, that is also going to kind of like direct you towards the problem, but also it's going to help you realize the certain little door and the pathway that you wouldn't normally realize. This is important because it's going to require from you to make a decision, and it's going to be connected to other people. And when you make this decision by the end of May, you of course are going to have to consider other people, and this is going to be an important decision that you're going to make. But it's also so significant because it's going to provide you with a choice that you wouldn't normally have. It's going to provide you with a way out. Not only you're going to benefit from this, but the people around you, the people immediately around you, are all going to be benefiting from it. And there are going to be all sorts of confirmations that you are going to have at the same time. You know, it's important to say this, that the end of May, it's going to bring you an absolutely remarkable vavavoom-ish liberation out of the powerless situation that you felt powerless in a way within the last 8 weeks. So May will be very promising when it comes to that particular liberation indeed, and especially when it comes to the powerless stage of your life. And also, you know what I like at the same time, the end of May is just going to be wonderful because it's about the recognition. You will be recognized, most certainly. So the end of May, if you want to show yourself, if you want to do things, if you want to prove yourself, you know, this is so important, because on one hand, you're going to be recognized, you're going to have the greatest honor, but on another hand, you are going to do something so important that you're going to prove yourself to whoever you wanted to prove yourself to. So this is the great time for challenge, but also, most importantly, it's going to be the greatest for you, because it's all about the honor that you're going to have from some kind of authority leader or authority person, and you're going to be told something, you're going to be said something, you're going to be given something as well at the same time. Energetically, this is going to be remarkable, and it's also going to be the beginning, a very strong process of you starting a change, making a change, and starting the whole new path here through some kind of opportunity, and through the actual fact that you've got more resources than you possibly can in order to move on, and just go for it and go for it and go for it. You will know that there is no point to bring yourself down or to think negative. You will learn here spiritually very much so. Just keep going, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because something absolutely remarkable and very important is going to actually take place at the end of May indeed. You see, community, it's also going to be connected to you, and it's also going to be connected to the other people. This is an important time of enlightenment, not only when it comes to you, but when it comes to lots of other people around you. You see, just remember, something is going to become clear at the end of May, and it's going to bring you the whole new focus. At the same time, you're going to grow so strong and so powerful. So much is going to start making sense here. I like it. I like it indeed. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Absolutely love it. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 na, da, na, 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 na. Na 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 And now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what is the actual, what is going to happen to couples. For those of you that are actually in relationship, my gorgeous Sagittarini, for those of you, sorry, that are actually in relationship, okay. Oh, rolling on the river, rolling. It's good, you know, an important adjustment is going to take place, an important readjustment is going to take place. So therefore, those of you in relationship, you are reaching a quite significant stage at around the mid-May. You will make an important decision here. But that decision is also on one hand going to help you to way out of the negative situation, but on another hand, you will know that something came to an end, and that in itself is going to reflect on both of you in such a wonderful way of your own rebirth. Something very important is going to happen, but it's actually going to be really, really good indeed. An advancement into the unknown, but it's just so much so connected to the certain progress that you stopped because maybe of the outside impact or influences that you might have had. However, you are going to make a quite important decision here. Indeed. Okay, so now for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, rolling. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, look at these two of coins. This is an important moment in time when it comes to your own personal balance. You see, when you least expect it, this is not so much about finding the love of your life this month, but it's so much so to actually realize this, that at the end, by the end, you know, of May, when you're thinking about the return of balance, there are going to be a couple of things that you're going to be thinking about, and both things are going to be just as equally important to you. Something is to do with your work, something is to do with your emotional life, something is to do with your life in general, with a certain changes. There is a certain change that you will make, that you will do, that you will create, that you will start. That certain change that you're going to start is pretty much so connected to the actual idea and the next stage and process of your life. You're not going to find the love of your life this month, but this month is just as absolutely ridiculously important, just as much to actually make an unnecessary arrangement when it comes to the certain change, and that change is directly going to be connected to someone very special who is about to walk into your life, who is about to enter your life, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Very, very interesting and very important moment in time indeed. Just to stay optimistic and stay as open-minded as you can, and do not let anyone to try to bring you down or anything like that. Indeed, because you're going to be absolutely fine. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, healing, lots of love and light. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.